The title race just got interesting as Manchester United lost 5-1 against Newcastle. Suddenly, we're in with a chance again, as long as we win today. Hello and welcome to part 11 of Gunning for Glory. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have an away game in the Premier League against Huddersfield. A must-win away game in the Premier League against Huddersfield. And the second leg of our Europa League semi-final against Spurs. We kind of messed up the first leg, losing 1-0 at home. So we've got it all to do. Cliche, tick it off on your bingo card. Going into this second leg. But, you know, fingers crossed and all that. We're still, with 4 games left to go this season, in with a chance of winning the Europa League and the Premier League, which you wouldn't have expected 2 episodes ago. So the fact we're still in with a chance means we kind of bottled early, and now we're out the other side of the bottle job. But there might be further bottle jobs still to come because you've met us. But I think this might be the beginning of the bottle job as well, because we're rotating the team in the Premier League, even though we desperately need a win, and we're probably already out in the Europa League. But I've got to prioritise, and I want to beat Spurs, I think. It's difficult. This is a team we're going to try and take on Huddersfield with. This should be a team that can beat Huddersfield. Cross fingers, everybody, because you're going to slaughter me if this backfires. So we've got Cech in goal, a back four of Monreal, Koscielny, Mustafi and Bellerin, El Neni and Xhaka in midfield, with Sanchez, Wilshere and Welbeck in behind Giroud. Giroud hasn't scored for months. Welbeck's not really fit, but we're getting some match fitness back into him. Jack Wilshere, we're just playing him every game at the moment because we need a local lad in the team, apparently, and he's the only one we've got. Although, we got a media report after the Spurs game in the last episode saying, oh, there's no local lads in your squad. Is that a real weakness that you've got? And I'm thinking, well, where's Jack Wilshere from then? I thought he was a proper Arsenal fan, but maybe not. But I'm playing him anyway on the basis that he is, even though the game seems to think that he's not. But we don't have anyone else. So it's kind of got to be Wilshere. And that's Welbeck is the local lad. Where's Danny Welbeck from? I assumed he was from Manchester. Having come through the Man United youth team, but then he transferred to Arsenal, which suggests he might be a London lad going home. If only there was a way to check in game. Oh well, I guess there isn't. We might have a look at half time and just work out where Danny Welbeck is from. Right, Giroud to Xhaka, and Welbeck can't get in. I mean, if he scores, we'll definitely have a look at his place of birth to celebrate. Giroud to Xhaka again. Giroud just can't get on the end of it. Welbeck does win the ball there, though, but he's running in the wrong direction, out to El Neni, and Bellerin with a chance to cross, but instead gives it back to Welbeck. I mean, we're taking our time working into an attacking position here, but Welbeck is in a good position now. But unfortunately, it bounced off Alexis and fell to Giroud, which guaranteed it wasn't going to be a goal. Man City wanted him earlier in the season. Strangely, there doesn't seem to be any media talk of Man City wanting Giroud anymore. I think we needed to strike while the iron was hot in January. That might be a big mistake on my part, not just offering him to them for like 30 or 40 million pounds in January when he was in hot form, and now we're behind. And where are Huddersfield? I mean, Huddersfield are well in the bottom half of the table. We've not rotated that much. I said it's a rotated team, but all we've really done is rested a couple of our big players. It's Lamar and Ozil who've been rested, basically. But we're still losing to Huddersfield. Is it just everyone? No one wants to win this league. We lost. Well, we're going to lose to Huddersfield. We lost to Man United. Man United lost to Newcastle. Chelsea lost to us. Everyone's losing to everybody else. No one. I mean, if anyone just puts together a run of 3 or 4 wins, they're going to win the Premier League. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's likely to be us who do that. Even if we come back into this game, we're still going to be third with 2 games to go, because it looks like United and Chelsea have both won today. And I mean, it is all over if we don't come back and win this game. And now Sanchez is injured again, which means we're not going to. He'll be injured for both legs of the Spurs game that he played against Huddersfield when we lost. I mean, that's some good management right there. And after resting these 2 at the start of the game, I'm now bringing on Ozil and Lamar anyway, so they're not even getting a proper rest. All in all, a successful trip to Huddersfield. I'm going to bring on Lacazette as well because Welbeck's not fit. So means we have to keep Giroud on. And if we pick up an injury, we're going to go down to 10 men. But we've got to do something. There you go. He's finally going attacking. Here, the cheers from the comments. With 13 minutes to go, we're going attacking. It's not going to be enough. Too little, too late. And unbelievably, when the Premier League was handed to us on a plate, we've managed to, drop the plate. Is that how the thing goes? That one's probably not on your cliche bingo card, I imagine. Lamar, can he do something special? He can't really. No one can. There's no time for special at this point. We've got... Oh, there are 3 minutes of injury time to play. There is the unlikely possibility that backdoor Kev could strike again and we could just steal 2 goals from somewhere. But it's now looking a lot less likely. We've got 2 minutes left and they're taking Bravo long time to take this throw on, the Rascals. Right, Lamar to Ozil. Who's better than that? He shouldn't just be lumping it forward. Giroud is up on his own and decides to have a shot, which we know doesn't end well for Olivier Giroud. And this is the day our Premier League dream died, and we could be about to be knocked out of the Europa League. I had images in my head of this being a really glorious, successful episode. As it is, it's just going to be miserable. And then we've still got 2 games to play, where I'll be even more miserable, because mathematically we'll still be able to win the league, because we're only going to be 5 points behind with 2 games to go. So I'm going to have to show you those last 2 league games on video as well, despite really not wanting to. Because yes, mathematically we still can, but realistically we're not going to. And Sanchez is out of the Spurs game. Yeah, Chapman faces inquest. 2 right. Let's go lose to Spurs. I no longer care that Alexis is injured. We're playing him anyway. We've brought Ozil and Lamar back in as well. Welbeck goes back up front. Wilshere drops back into midfield. And it's the best team we've got available to us. And we've got to beat Tottenham. And that's all it comes down to at this point. Giroud, yeah, he didn't look sharp. He hasn't looked sharp all season. I've cheered myself up a little bit, ready in anticipation of the next episode, because presumably we're about to get knocked out of Europe. And obviously we now can't win the Premier League. But what I am going to do in the next video, when we show those last 2 Premier League games, we're going to rush through them because we're probably going to lose them both. And even if we win them both, we're not going to win the league. But I have already secured, I think, 4 signings for next season, with a potential 5th on the way. And I'm going to show you them a little bit early. There's still going to be some summer wheeling and dealing after that as well, because we've got players who we need to move on. We haven't agreed to sell anybody yet, but we have got, like I say, 4 or 5 under 21 proper wonder kid type players coming into the club in positions that we need to strengthen. So feel free to speculate on who they might be down in the comments. Most of them are names that have been mentioned down in the comments before. I have tried to sign just about every wonder kid that's in Football Manager this year. It's tricky because not many of them are available. Danny Welbeck's just scored a goal, and all of a sudden we have to check if he's local now. We said that in the last game, didn't we? All of a sudden, we've now got an away goal too. It's 1-1 on aggregate. Everything is level. And if we score again, we suddenly have an incredible advantage because we're the away team. Goodness me, we just need to win this football match now. I mean, that's what we needed to do to begin with. But now, it's... Right, let's see where Danny Welbeck's from. We promised him his little moment in the sun. Yeah, he's from Manchester. So he can't be the local lad. So where's Jack Wilshere from? Jack Wilshere is from Stevenage. I mean, that's like 1 stop on the train from London. Oh, I hope you didn't see any of our signings on that screen that I just accidentally went to. Oh, see if you get pause in and see if it shows who's already signed or who's potentially coming in. But yeah, Stevenage is like 15 minutes away. Okay, not 15 minutes away from London, but like Stevenage to Finsbury Park on the train line, you're looking at, 15, 20 minutes? If that. He's a local lad. Right. We now need to be thinking in terms of when do we take Alexis off. Because we've played him, but obviously he's injured still. And because we rushed him back last time, that's why he got injured again, presumably. And we don't... Because now we have this outside possibility of a Europa League final, we're now thinking, well, if we get there, we need him for that. But we need to get there first, and he'll help us... Oh, for goodness sake, Welbeck's injured. Oh, and that makes it even harder to now take off Alexis at half-time, so we've now had to take off Welbeck as well, who's just constantly injured. It's ridiculous. I mean, they've got that bit right in game. We just seem to have an extraordinary number of injuries as a club. Right, let's get into half-time, still level, and assess the damage to Alexis. What's actually wrong with him? It doesn't tell me when I click on that. Isn't it supposed to tell me what's wrong with him? A bruise. Oh, he can play with a bruised head. Pack it in, Alexis. You're staying out there. That's nothing to do with that dead leg you had before. Just stop colliding with people. If you've had a dead leg and a bruised head inside a week, stop running into folk. Have we just got a penalty? It's just outside the area. Send Lamela off, though. He doesn't even send him off. Lamar with a quick free kick, though. I mean, Lamela's still running back to his position. I've never seen a quick free kick like that before. They're still taking up their position, and Lamar just tucks it over to El Neni, who gets there ahead of Loris because he wasn't expecting it. That was just a moment of genius from Thomas Lamar, and all of a sudden we're ahead in this tie. Wilshere with the tackle. Now Alexis, what can he do? Do some magic. Justify me playing you. And now Spurs are coming at us again, and it's Harry Kane, and he beats Koscielny, and Cech makes the save. Cech on his... this is going to be the last few games for Cech, because we have signed his replacement. There you go. I'll announce that. I'm not going to tell you who. It is one of the 3 goalkeepers we were looking at. I've probably already told you on a previous episode. But I showed you a short list of 3 goalkeepers. Ter Stegen, Oblak, and Donnarumma. We've signed one of them. We might even still sign another one. I'm toying with the idea of signing 2 of them and getting rid of Ospina as well, but that might be going a bit far. But we've already got one of them coming in for next season. Which one do you think it is? Right, let's take Alexis off now, because this is getting silly at this point. Asensio or Lacazette? The only time Lacazette's been good for us, it's been on that left wing. He's useless as a striker, but coming in as an inside forward off that left-hand side, he's scored a couple of... That's where his goals have come from this season. And I've been really disappointed with Asensio since he signed. That being said, we're bringing him on now. So I think you're great, Asensio. Do something special now. And I realise we're still trying to control this game. We're not dropping back to counter-attacking or anything like that. It's because, as always, with Kev teams, I don't think we're capable of it. We're so conditioned to attacking and this style of football that we play. We don't have... we can't drop midfielder backs. We don't have a defensive midfielder in the matchday squad. So we may as well just try and score another goal while they're attacking rather than drop back and try not to concede. And Wilshere hits the post, and then Lacazette forces a save out of Loris. I thought there was a shout for a penalty in there somewhere because everything kind of stopped for a second. But with 40 seconds to go, Tottenham are on the attack again. We just need to get the ball back and break on them. And there is Asensio pick. I mean, what was that? Alderweireld picks it up out wide. That's when we said, why is there a centre-back playing out wide? But he started this move, and Eric Lamelo's offside. Excellent stuff, and that must be it. Europa League final, everybody. All these episodes have got some ups and downs at the moment. So now we have 2 more videos this season, because we're going to have the last 2 league games and see if we can do a proper backdoor Kev. And then we've got the Europa League final. Yeah. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.